Thank you, Remy. Let's now bring in KTN News reporter in Kampala, Uganda, Solomon Serwanja. Solomon, good morning from here in Nairobi. And since the elections in February this year, we have seen a lot of run-ins between Besigye and the police. Many international affairs analysts pointing an accusing finger at the Yoweri Museveni administration, saying the police have been harassing Kizza Besigye. What is Besigye planning, and are we going to see another bone of contention between Besigye and the Uganda police?
Well, I'll tell you this, Ben, that every opposition leader is concerned about the issues that are going on in the country. And of course, you can speak that, Dr. Kizza Besigye is worried about the closure of Makerere University, but it also gives him political capital. But let's look at where he's coming from for him to call for a massive protest against the closure. Now, more than 10,000 students were expected to graduate in January 2017, including myself, actually, Ben. But this means that that graduation will not happen in January, considering that the team that is investigating the issues into Makerere University has been given 3 months to conclude their investigations and get back to the president with a detailed report so that a solution can be found to solve the Makerere debacle. But yes, coming back to your question, Dr. Kizza Besigye is known for his defiance campaign here in Uganda. And so, yes, he's going to he's calling for a massive protest. We'll see many more opposition leaders joining him on the streets of Kampala, and many more people, especially those who are concerned, like parents and students of Makerere, who are also known for being violent, especially for demonstrating on the streets. So, yes, we are likely to see another showdown between Dr. Kizza Besigye, his supporters, but this time around with a new team of Makerere University students, and we're likely to see more tear gas on the streets of Kampala after the 10-day ultimatum that, of course, will see the arrest of many more people, including Kizza Besigye himself, Ben.
Solomon, is the Ugandan government, has it been serious in terms of trying to address this issue of the closure of Makerere University and the rampant or regular strikes by one of East Africa's most distinguished universities?
Well, I'll tell you this. Many people, Ben, say that the issues of Makerere University are related to finances. For example, the lecturers want their salaries to be increased. And the government has, increased their salaries slowly by slowly. Yes, they have not hit the target that the Makerere University academic staff are requesting, but there is an effort that has been put by government to ensure that their salaries are increased. Now, if indeed the deadlines of the Makerere University academic staff are not met, then they will go on the streets. Well, if they increase their salaries, then the non-academic staff will also say, we want our salaries increased. And if you don't, then that means they will lock the classes, they will not sweep, they will not clean the toilets, they will not cook, and eventually they will also go on strike, and the university will be paralyzed. That also trickles down to the students, because if they paid their tuition to study and they're not being taught, it means that they will also join the demonstration. And so we expect that the team of 9 members that has been constituted by President Yoweri Museveni to look into the Makerere University issues will go down to the university to look through the nitty-gritties, through the fabric of this prestigious university, to identify those challenges and to see how they can be resolved within, the least possible time. That is about 3 months. But again, Ben, let's look at the impact of the closure of Makerere University vis-a-vis what you asked, if government is serious about solving the Makerere University problems. Just recently, the medical school of Makerere University, now it has many doctors and other nurses and other medical students who are at the university who have been working at Mulago Hospital, which is a national referral hospital. Now, once the university closed, also they went away. That means they cannot offer the support that they have been giving to the lean medical team at Mulago Hospital. Recently, a report was issued to Parliament saying that about 15 babies die every day because of the medical students not turning up for duty at the national referral, which is a big, big blow. And so, yes, the closure of Makerere University has very, very big, consequences, not only on the education, but also on health service delivery, Ben.
What is the response, or has been the response of the rest of the Makerere University community, the students, the teaching staff, the non-teaching staff, Are they in support of Besigye's plans to demonstrate?
Well, none of them have come up to show, their support to Dr. Kizza Besigye's call for massive protests. Eventually, we're most likely to see students of Makerere University, especially the guilds, including the guild president, to come out on that issue. But what I can assure you, though, Ben, is that this is going to be the same thing. We'll see more arrests on the streets if the 10-day ultimatum is not met. But also, the president said it's 3 months. Dr. Kizza Besigye is giving an ultimatum of 10 days. And so there'll be growing pressure from Dr. Kizza Besigye and the entire opposition, including the students, to follow that 10-day ultimatum. And, of course, the committee that is investigating this issue says they would even need much more time, more than the 3 months, perhaps even 4 months, to finalize with their investigation. By the way, Ben, this committee has requested for $500 million shillings to do their investigation. That has also been a bone of contention here. Should the committee really be given that $500 million shillings to do their investigations into this? Yet the university is in the center of the city. That, again, is a question that many of us are still looking for answers. But Ben, I think the issue of Makerere University, from where I stand, should be addressed immediately so that this prestigious university, ranked 4th in Africa, continues to glow and raise beyond the expectation of what it's going through right now.
And how much political capital is Kizza Besigye set to get from these particular demonstrations, if indeed they do happen?
Look, Ben, when Besigye goes on the streets with other opposition leaders, and of course the students, they will be arrested. There will be some sort of tear gas. History has taught us that every time Besigye goes on with the protests, he's arrested, and of course he captures the national and international media. The media will be there to cover these protests. And so you know that this, of course, doesn't augur well for President Museveni's regime, because he will be looked at as someone who doesn't perhaps value education, or is against the opposition's advice and demands. And eventually, Dr. Kizza Besigye will be on the front page of different newspapers, will be the point of discussion, and that keeps him politically relevant in Uganda's political waters. So that alone gives him mileage for him to continue to continue on the political scene here in Uganda. Dr. Kizza Besigye, yes, is very passionate about what's going on in Makerere, but definitely, Ben, this gives him political capital.
All right, many thanks, Solomon. Solomon Serwanja, KTN news reporter in Kampala, Uganda, giving us the latest on the latest development in this story that has been developing over the last few months, culminating in the closure of Makerere University. Let's now